Hey there guys, welcome back. In today's quick video, hopefully, we're going to be swapping over this 1-ton Chinese mini excavator over to backhoe controls, or like John Deere. I have a Kubota tractor, big tractor with the hoe in the back. Mentally, I cannot swap over to excavator controls. I've tried, it's not worth it for me. So we're going to swap the two hoses. It's very, very, very easy. Okay, you can do this. Stay tuned. I want to get in here to where the valve block is. So I don't know if these look like 8mm. These stick controls got to come up. Okay, first a Phillips, then some 8mm, 8 or 10. I'll slide these up, and then this green shroud. Okay, so it looks like it is just the 4 bolts that kind of hold this teal shroud to this black piece. There's a giant L bracket. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And there's just the 12mm. We should be able to pull this thing. Boots. So, yeah, the previous owner looked like he actually ripped the boots so they fit over the over the sticks. Whatever. Okay, it looks to me like you do gotta, because this shroud here tapers down, you can't lift it up over the valve body. So, our valve block here, this big, where all of the valves are. How's that? So, hopefully I can just lift this up and send her over. Yes. There you go. That's it. Now, right off the hop, I noticed my left control was super loose. So I'm going to tighten that up. Okay, I don't have it zoomed in all the way, but if you've been kind of following the subject here, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so for me, 17mm, and all I did is I'm going up and down on the controls, right? I want to switch the up and down here with the up and down here. And all I'm doing is putting a 1 top, 1 bottom, 2 top, 2 bottom. And that's just because if I take these off and go do something else, which happens all the time, at least know which one was top and bottom. Although, kind of, I think the length of the hoses will tell me. And then I did notice a couple of these were already super loose. Just like I said earlier, just go over everything. Alright. Now I can't get my wrench into the bottom one here, because I'm just using regular box wrenches. I don't have those crazy fancy crow's feet or whatever they're called. We're going up and over lines, nice and easy, so I'm just going to be doing it like that. I've got my machine down, I've wiggled all the controls, try to get some of the oil out of it. Probably wear gloves, but whatever. Alright, there we go, no spillage. So I'm going to take that right out of there, just enough to get my wrench in there. Just remember, if this looks intimidating to you, you know, I don't do hydraulics hardly ever. It's really not. Anyone can do this. Hell, it's 5:30 in the morning right now. Hardest part's getting your fingers in there. That's down. This down here, just in case this bottom one's got something on it. I mean, I really don't care about this garage floor anymore. It's had way worse done to her. Alright, that's that. So yeah, I'm not going to do it all on camera here, but like you see, you know, top, bottom, 1, 2, switch them over. Double check, I'm running this valve. Here's my 2, my 2. So I'll go ahead, I'll swap those over, and we'll see what we got. Okay, my battery's going to die any second now, but I got it switched around. I'm going to fire the machine up. I just got a couple sticks on just to, I'll put the other one on, but just to test it. I would just say that make sure you're holding pull some slack up as you start that nut on the top, just so you don't cross thread it. I got pretty close on the one, because it's constantly trying to pull down, all right? So you can actually slip your hand in there, kind of hold it up, and then take a rag because it's slippery, and just tighten the nut on, and then really reef on her. Okay, I'm gonna give this thing a shot and see what I've done. All right, so I have 7 batteries for 2 cameras. Same camera. All 7 batteries were dead. So I got it going. Got the valve, no leaks. Took it outside, did some digging. I wanted to record that, but it just didn't work out. And then what I ended up doing is I realized I put the sticks on kind of backwards. So a little tip too, when you want to get your sticks back on, make sure they're on the right orientation. You don't hit this bar. And then also make sure you can actually kind of give yourself more, when you're, moving ahead, you can give yourself more hand room if you get rotate the sticks out. You'll see when you put them back together. And then just a couple of 8mm, put them back on. It's way better. I'll tell you right now, it's like a usable machine for me now. I will say, like, the rotate is still violent, and that main boom cylinder. So there are 2 little fixes for that. I'm sure you probably may have seen them, but there is a cushion valve you can install on the rotating, like the pump, that kind of smooths out the rotation a little bit, so it's not so jerky. And then for the cylinder, I think it's more or less the same thing, but kind of restricts the flow a little bit. So because it's like, it's crazy, man. It's not safe at all. So other than that, I think, that's going to be $50. I think that one's $60. This was free. I paid $5,000 Canadian for it. It's a good machine. Like, I mean, it's going to serve its purpose for what I need. And what I'm kind of seeing is like lots of guys like these machines just because they're cheap, and they're, you can tinker with them. You can accessories, all sorts of different stuff. I'm going to put some lights on. Not that I have time to do any of that, but I'm not going to go crazy. I might leave the back off. I might not put lights on. Maybe I'll put one light up here or something. But for me, it's a cheap little project. If I can get my money's back on it and in a few different construction projects, then it's a win for me. But yeah, if you have one of these machines, definitely subscribe. And we'll kind of be going through it. I got to change all the fluids because I'm sure they're original, which is crazy because I did see 2023 this was built. So, it's only a few years old, but judging on, it looks like none of this stuff was ever taken apart. So I think it's all original fluids, which is kind of gross. So we'll change those up and do a couple of things. I got to change the starter. Yeah, it's not so bad. It's honestly things I wish I had known. I may have went a different route, but it's nothing we can't handle. You know what I mean? If you got the time and a couple of wrenches, you can pretty much fix anything. All right, take care.